like to invite you to join us and our partners at Vulcan Materials Company for a round of applause for any active or former military service members or first responders in attendance. At this time, if you would please stand if you are serving or have served in the past. Come on, man, let's give them a round of applause. Thank you so much for your service.
Hello, Birmingham, Alabama. Three-time WWE champion Mick Foley, letting you know I'm thrilled to be returning to Birmingham, where I will be a special guest at the Birmingham Legion game on June 13th. Oh, we're going to have some fun. Foley style. I'll see you June 13th at the Legion game. Yeah.
Attention Legion fans, Wrestling Night is coming to Protective Stadium on Saturday, June 13th, featuring WWE Hall of Famer Mick Foley. Don't miss your chance to meet one of the most iconic figures in professional wrestling. Upgrade your matchday experience with a fast lane meet and greet pass for just $25 and skip the line for exclusive access to meet Mick Foley. Snap a photo and create a memory you'll never forget.
Back at home for the first time in a month, Birmingham Legion FC are looking to start the summer with a 3-point performance. But they take on a loose City side hungry to reverse their fortunes after a tough May. Which one of these two Eastern Conference teams gets June started the right way? We'll find out shortly. Week 14 in the USL Championship starts right now. watching USL Championship Soccer on CBS Sports Golazo. And welcome to Birmingham, Alabama on a gorgeous June evening, getting Week 14 started in the championship with Birmingham Legion taking on Louisville City. Up here in our press box at Protective Stadium, glad to have you with us tonight, everybody. That's Morgan Copes. I'm Blake Gardner, and Morgan for Birmingham. This kicks off a big set of home games here to start June.
It really does, and home hasn't always been their best friend. They really need to find a way to turn the screws here at home, tighten everything down, and find a way to get 3 points in all these matches.
Meanwhile, Louisville City would love to find a way to get 3 points, something they did not do in the league all of May. They've tweaked things a little bit in their starting lineup tonight. That starts with Jansen Wilson, who takes on a bit of a new role.
They have, and they're on a 4-game losing streak, which is completely unheard of for Louisville City. They've never had a losing streak this long. So Jansen Wilson will play a big part in tonight's match. He'll be playing in a right wing back position, which is a little new for him, but it's going to give him a ton of space going forward for him to attack that left side of defense for Legion FC. And if Louisville City is going to come out with 3 points, he's going to be a big part of it.
Speaking of guys that do some of their best work in the wide spaces, Gabork Diarbian may not have the pure numbers, but he has caused a lot of havoc in this attacking trio for the Legion.
Yes, and he's knocking on the door. His pace, his ability to take players on the dribble is incredibly dangerous. I picked him specifically tonight because Tampa Bay scored 3 goals, only 2 counted, but all 3 of them were on counterattacks against Louisville City this past weekend. Diarbian shines in the counterattack, and I think he's going to be a big part in tonight's match.
We'll see if he can get this Legion attack going here back on their home turf tonight. When we return to the Magic City, we'll get a look at each side's starting 11s plus the opening 45 minutes between Birmingham Legion and Louisville City. Right after this.
This is our brand. It's chips. Subs, of course. Soda. This. That. Sweets. Smiling faces. Green. More green. Ice cream. But first, veggies. How about a meal for one? Or hummus is fun. Time for cleanup? Done. All this goodness. Your life, your brand. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite, obey your thirst.
The USL on CBS is has ever known since their inception. Gorgeous night here in Birmingham, Alabama, and we are ready to go. 76 degrees and a little bit of breeze as we are all set. Lou City in white, Birmingham Legion head to toe in black. The 16th overall meeting between these two Eastern Conference sides is underway. Two teams coming into the night looking for some good vibes. Lou City coming in on short rest. Birmingham Legion, meanwhile, have had a chance to think about their past performance back in Northern California. A tough showing, 2-0 loss at the hands of Monterey Bay. No rest for the weary for Lou City, who've had the matches coming fast and furious here over the last couple of weeks. As Chris Donovan gets an early touch, dispossessed by Sebastian Tregarthen, who touched it last. It was Donovan out for a Birmingham goal kick.
Early on, we can see that Diarbian is lining up on the left side and Ngoma's on the right for Birmingham. I would expect that to change and alternate throughout the match. But McFadden will have his hands full in the counterattack with Diarbian.
Just the second start of the year for Ngoma, the man on loan from New York Red Bulls. Jassim Kalelit, Birmingham Legion goalkeeper, sends it away. Takes a big turf hop. McFadden has to usher it to safety. Fondez has to get rid of it and sends it over his own bench for a Birmingham throw.
Yeah, a little Route 1 from Birmingham, right? They did this. They actually did this to Louisville last year when they played them at home, and it worked a little bit. They had some chances late on in the game to win that one, but you can see Birmingham thinking that might be a way through tonight.
Birmingham looking for a win here at home against Louisville City, something they haven't done since August of 2023. Louisville City have won 3 of the last 4 between these two sides, including a sweep last year. As McFadden thought he got that clear. Instead, it rolled out of play, and it'll be a Lou City throw.
Probably better for him because they actually retain possession.
Yeah. All's well that ends well, as McFadden will hand it to Jansen Wilson, and he'll be pushed back a good 5 yards or so.
I think he might have stole about 15 yards.
And that was unconvincing for McFadden. So,
right back where we started.
After all that, Dawson McCartney, who's wearing the captain's armband once again tonight for the Legion, gets play restarted. McCartney, Keegan Hughes, Bryce Washington, Sebastian Tregarthen, the back 4 tonight for Birmingham. Sam Shashua picks up his head, looking for the run of Tyler Pasher. Second ball collected by Diarbian. He wins his side of throw. These two teams met in Birmingham early last year, all the way back in March of 2025. A 1-1 draw in that contest. A few more goals scored in the ensuing one in Kentucky. Birmingham Legion scored first, got a fortunate deflection to get on the board. Louisville City scored 4 straight over the span of about 30 minutes. And a convincing 4-2 home victory. Of course, Lou City, the best team in the league all year last year, and that was a clumsy foul into the back of Tyler Pasher and a yellow card shown inside the first 4 minutes to Babacar Niang. Yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm. And an early set piece opportunity coming here for the Legion.
You can see Pasher was not happy about it when the tackle came through. He got up, gingerly a little bit, but we'll get a look at it here. He comes through the back of him and reaches for that ball and just kind of his left foot, I don't know, it doesn't look like he slips, but he came through the back of Tyler Pasher pretty hard there.
Yang, the man on loan from Minnesota United, making just his second USL Championship start tonight for Lou City. Right away, he's in the referee's book. Set piece served in and dealt with by this Lou City defense. Serrano trying to hold it up for a moment. And now Lou City might have a chance to break. Serrano has options, couldn't get it back to Wilson. Antwi, the interception. Birmingham, plenty of space the opposite side of the park. This is Tregarthen. Credit to Lou City, who quickly got numbers back behind the ball and got organized after it looked like they had looked to be a pretty fearsome counterattack brewing. If not for Antwi's intervention. DR being bumped from behind. He's fouled. He wastes no time putting it back on the carpet. Birmingham play with the ball at their feet, as they have done by and large here the opening 5+ minutes. Looking for an early statement tonight against this Lou City side, trying to get their offense going again. Pasher couldn't quite get to that pass. It's out for a Lou City throw. Morgan, while we have a moment, it gives us a chance to look at our keys to the match tonight. We'll start first with Lou City. How do they break out of this snide they've been on in league play here over the last few weeks?
Yeah, they're going to have to come out and be aggressive. I think they've got a chance. Birmingham losing against Monterey Bay this past weekend, you know, they're kind of down in the dumps. So getting the first goal for them is going to be huge for a confidence boost for them and to put Legion FC down. But for Legion FC, you're going to have to play on that counterattack and try and get at Louisville City and try and get that first goal yourself to put them back down in the doldrums.
Talked to interim head coach Simon Bird earlier this week. He said that first goal is so important. Post-game of the aftermath of that Tampa Bay match, he said, listen, didn't love the way his guys reacted to giving up that goal. Birmingham Legion back in the attacking third here. Diarbian surveys his options as Sam Joshua, Tyler Pasher join the fray here. Uses a wide one here. It's Trey Garthen providing the width. He'll get us cross in. Dealt with by Sean Tosh. And a late challenge there from Hughes. Referee will bring it back. Or will he? He does bring it back for the infraction. But it looks like a handball perhaps has been called.
I gotta be honest, I'm not sure what the call was. Keegan Hughes puts his head down, which when a player does that, you know, the player puts his head down, the opponent has the ability to still use his feet and, you know, not be too dangerous, but maybe the referee saw it differently there. Not exactly sure what he called, but
not sure how well Danny Fondes saw that. Ball served in by Sebastian Trey Garth and didn't deal with it cleanly. Could only push it over the top of the bar. So a corner coming. Another look here.
Yeah, it wasn't where Sebastian Trey Garthen wanted it at all, but sometimes those work out.
So the first corner of the night belongs to the Legion. Tyler Pasher will provide in-swinging service. Pasher's delivery, not a bad one, but headed away by Wilson right back where it came from. Joshua cuts it on his left. He'll try. That got blocked through the crowd and out for another corner from the opposite flag. Birmingham trying to keep the pressure on. Danny Fondes, the fifth-year Lou City man, makes his second consecutive start, his fourth USL Championship start of the year. This time it'll be Sam Joshua. He's back in the starting 11 tonight. Joshua's serve, headed away by Tosh, only as far as Pasher, who collects. Pasher trying to get it back out that direction. Joshua greeted by Adams. Looking for a little bit of space. That was hard to come by. Diarbian too tall for Damas. And a foul in the box on Birmingham's Keegan Hughes will end that run of play.
Louisville City is very, very good on set pieces. On the attacking side in particular, they're also good defensively. But Birmingham only have two players that are taller than 6 foot, and it's both center backs. So, you know, I don't know if they're going to be able to match up well on attacking corners and attacking set pieces against Louisville City tonight. But where there's a will, there's a way. It's not about who's the tallest, it's about who wants to score the most.
One of those tall guys, Bryce Washington for Birmingham, wins that header. And here comes Sebastian Tregarthen with a head of steam. Pasher out front of him. Pasher greeted by Adams, lays it off all the way through. It's tapped in. Flag stays down. And Birmingham Legion strike first. It's Gainbridge Diarbian. Goal brought to you by AT&T is the first of the year for Diarbian. The passage of play all starts with the contributions from Tregarthen. Diarbian, the man to tap it home at the back post. We talked about it off the top of the broadcast, how dangerous that man had been. All he was really missing was some more goals and assists. Tonight, inside the game's first 11 minutes, he contributes in a big, big way.
You can see the ball just kind of drifts to the back post for Diarbian to just tap it in. And sometimes those easy goals are the ones you need to really get things started.
So Birmingham strike first, setting the tone early as a handball call is going to give the home side a free kick. Once again, Gainbridge Diarbian causing problems, but this time he finds the back of the net. And Louisville City are playing from behind on the road here. This is just kind of how this passage of play has been for them all May long. Not been the same defensive stalwart group that we saw a year ago. Last year, Louisville City collected 73 points. They were 11 points clear of second place Charleston. They conceded just 19 goals in 30 league games. They've been leaking goals in the league over the last couple of weeks. It's going to be a Louisville City free kick here. Right away, Morgan, it didn't take much, but again, you talked about it off the top of the broadcast. On the counter, in those moments of transition, and that's where Birmingham's first big opportunity of the night comes from.
Yeah, it was fantastic. The first pass was forward, and the first action was to dribble through one or two of the lines, which freed up some space for Pasher to put that ball across. It, trickles to the back post, which Diarbian was never going to miss that, but. A great example of when you win the ball, if you push forward and you push forward quickly, it makes it very, very difficult for the defenders to get set, get organized, and prevent you from scoring.
Louisville City operating in their attacking third really for the first time tonight. Bryce Washington deals with that service from Wilson. Fadden trying to keep it down here. And Dom is bumped from behind. Free kick to the Legion. Joshua wants to play quickly, but will have to retake that free kick. I don't think that ball actually ever came set when he tried to play it.
Yeah, so far the middle third of the game the middle third has seen 66%, but the majority of the rest of the time has been spent in Birmingham Legion FC's attacking third. So there's only just 6% has been in Legion FC's defensive third. So Louisville City have been sitting back, not being able to get forward and break through. Birmingham applying a lot of pressure early on.
And we'll see how that opening goal perhaps changes the calculus for Jay Heaps' side. McFadden directs traffic here. Wilson out wide, greeted by three black shirts. And it's played off of him. It'll be a Legion throw.
You mentioned it, how the calculus changes, and I was always a big fan of, after you score that first one, the next 5 minutes are very, very important because it can be a point in the game, which one of the most emotional times in the game where you find a lot of times mistakes get made on either end. And for either team to take advantage of the next 5 minutes is going to be crucial. Birmingham they would prefer to weather the storm and make sure there's not a one, or if they have the opportunity to push forward and try and get that second goal as quickly as they can, versus Louisville City are just trying to make sure floodgates don't open. They go and find their chance. So a big difference when you have an early goal in the match, and Legion FC have one tonight.
Free kick coming here for the Legion after Ronaldo Damas got pushed from behind Quincy Heuerman, the Frenchman, into the starting lineup tonight. Glad to have you with us tonight on Golasso. Gardner Morgan Copes, quarter hour gone. Birmingham Legion a lead against Lou City. Fans, a reminder, you can tune into CBS Sports Network on Wednesday, June 10th for USL Eastern Conference Championship clash under the lights. Tampa Bay Rowdies defend their home turf against battle-tested Charleston Battery. 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. Catch all the action on CBS Sports Network again June 10th. Chance for Lou City to get forward here. Donovan on the run. Beats Hughes to it. Tries to cut it back. Washington cuts that out. Now Antwi still under pressure. Has to concede possession to the wrong side of the flag. So, out of all that, Lou City do generate their first corner of the night.
This is a real focus and emphasis for Louisville City. They spend extra time during the week preparing for set pieces, and they lead the league so far in corners taken and goals scored.
It's a physical team, and even the defenders have goal-scoring touch. Guys like Sean Tosh, Hayden McFadden.
A little chess match going on.
Serve headed away. Only as far as Niang. Picks up his head. Serrano. Serrano's pass gets all the way through. Davila looking for space, didn't find any. Joshua clears it and almost found Tyler Pasher off and running. Adams got just a piece to slow the momentum. That was a vital intervention. Otherwise, Tyler Pasher might be home free. That is one of those plays that shows you why Kyle Adams is the reigning USL Defender of the Year. Second Lou City man ever to win that honor, as Niang went in hard for that challenge. Won it fair and square, says the referee. Lou City a chance on the break. Serrano driving at this back line. Just to go out wide, Heuerman has an overlap from Jansen Wilson. His cutback cut out by Dawson McCartney, and out for a Lou City corner. This is where this Lou City side can be dangerous. They love moments of transition where they can attack as well.
Yeah, in the first corner, there's a little chess game going on. Tyler Pasher was back in the box, and all Lou City players were in attack as well. Pasher ran away, and then Lou City had to drop a couple of players. But right now, if Colliet gets this ball in his hands, the first thing I'm doing is I'm taking it, I'm just putting it out into space. It's Pasher 1v1. And a lot of people will take that all day.
Taylor Davila trying to pick out a fellow white shirt. Plays it short to Serrano. Serrano right back to him. Davila left-footed serve, hit too heavy. Not dealt with though. Adams couldn't quite find the frame.
Yeah, this looked like it was a little bit off the training ground. Adams, it sits up nicely for him, but he just puts it over the bar and doesn't trouble Kalelet.
Kyle Adams has scored once already this year, but couldn't quite catch that one clean. Kalelet sends it away. Nearly 20 minutes gone by so far in this first half. Birmingham Legion an early advantage. Looking for their third league win of the year. 10 points so far in 9 contests for the Legion. 16 points in 11 for Louisville City. But the Legion with the upper hand as it stands. Louisviile have been much more on the ball here since the goal concession. Joshua pulled back. That's a free kick. He almost lost the shoulder of his jersey, perhaps, as Huerman got a nice grab. CJ Heaps down there, no doubts. Much more pleased with the way this match has started than the one prior in Northern California a couple weeks ago against Monterey Bay. It's a Legion side that at times has struggled to score. Vastly underperformed their XG number they've created so far this year, but have the opening goal tonight. Now they've got more defending to do. Good work from Serrano to win it back. And Amadou Dia on the left side of the park along with Adams. Tosh working with Aiden McFadden tonight in that back three. Quiet start for Taylor Davila, the reigning USL Player of the Year. Dia serves. Kalela lets it go wisely. Nothing but a goal kick in the end here. The Kalela plays short before Hughes sends it away. Fans, a reminder, you can watch the USL Championship in Spanish on Through the End, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Glad to have you with us tonight, whether you're watching on Golazo, here locally on My 68 in the state of Alabama. Dia, another serve, this one cut out by Trey Garth and out for a Lou City throw. Dia doesn't waste any time getting it back in play as Lou City have started. Send more numbers here into the attacking third. This one gets all the way through to Jansen Wilson, who finds the side netting.
You mentioned it earlier, since the goal, Lou City has been applying much more pressure in this match, and that is continuing. And the person you don't want to end up in the ball, in the box in a position like this is Jansen Wilson. He misses the target here, which will be much to the relief of Colelet, but Legion FC have got to find a way to get themselves back into this game. They've taken a lot of time to settle in after the goal and have invited the pressure from Louisville City. They still haven't cracked it open yet, but they're knocking on the door.
By the way, a yellow card has been shown Jassim Kalela, the Birmingham Legion goalkeeper, for time wasting. So, 2 early yellow cards. One shown to the goalkeeper here. Yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm.
Honestly, he's got to know better. That's not the first time he's been carded for that this season. So he's going to have to just make that adjustment. There really is no excuse for that. You get the ball, you put it down, you change sides, and then you take your time. Referees have already said something to him about it. He should be making that adjustment as a goalkeeper, because you can't have a yellow card and risk being sent off.
Birmingham back with the ball at their feet here, midway through this opening 45. Blue City starting to pick up the pressure a little bit. Antwi on the turn. And Sam Shashua tonight's in defensive midfield. Sam McElhatton on the bench for the Legion for now. Birmingham fans happy to see Shashua back in the mix, just his 5th start of the year. He played 26 minutes last time out against Monterey Bay. It was his first action since April 4th. A guy that was in Birmingham on loan last year and earned a lot of fans with his play. Brought a lot of energy to this group at a time where they needed some.
Came on in the 64th minute and still led the entire game in passes into the final third.
This time got caught in possession. Davila takes it away. Here comes Lou City. Donovan leads the charge. Huerman trying to get his feet set, dispossessed. Heuermann's touch let him down just a little, and Bryce Washington able to quell the attack.
That was the second time in succession that Shashua got caught on the ball. I thought he was fortunate to get away with a foul in the first one, but then he did the exact same thing again, and it led to a 4v3 break for Louisville City, who just couldn't make anything of it.
There's the goal scorer, Diarbian, working with Pasher, Birmingham's left flank. Keegan Hughes, the man on loan from New England Revolution. 4th straight start for him across all comps, including that cup start against Chattanooga Red Wolves that Birmingham won in penalty kicks. Of course, a busy cup weekend coming up this weekend. We'll preview that at halftime. First things first, a league match between two Eastern Conference foes who have seen a lot of each other since Birmingham joined the league back in 2019. Pasher checks into midfield to help beat the pressure. Birmingham not in a rush here with that goal advantage. Pasher trying to play that diagonal to McCartney. It gets there, well weighted. Diarbian. Back out wide, McCartney. Able to get the serve away, hit it strongly. Trey Garth in, trying to center it back. And a foul is going to go on Diarbian.
It's only the second or third time that Birmingham have really gotten out wide and whipped the cross in from that left side. Here you see the foul from Diarbian, but you know, Jensen Wilson is playing in a position that he's not familiar with, and you can tell he's not. I think Legion FC should really, really push down that left side with both McCartney and Diarbian and try and get some overlaps and really start to put Wilson in some more awkward positions from a defensive perspective, right? If you can drive him back and push him back, then you will have the opportunity to keep him out of your box, which anybody would tell you. I'd rather Jansen Wilson not be in my box and in and around it if I could avoid it.
On the turn, Niang trying to get that to Serrano, but got fouled in the process. Free kick coming for Lou City. This ball gets played back that direction. Fan Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. Grassroots to the pros. Select is there every step of the way. It's Donovan trying to play the 1-2 with Dia. Didn't quite come off as intended. Jarbian on the break. Slowed down by Davila. Fans, you can visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select product specials and more. Select. Player's choice. A little more than a quarter hour to go here in our opening 45. So far, the difference, the early goal from Gevork Diarbian came in just the 10th minute, officially served up by Serge Goma. His first goal contribution on loan. Opportunity for him in the starting 11. He takes advantage very quickly. Number 11, Dawson McCartney, looking for someone he can get this ball into. Shashua under pressure again, this time from Heuermann. Forced all the way back to his goalkeeper, Kalelet. Tosh up to win that one in the air, as he does so often. Antwi late into that challenge on Davila, and he is going to be shown a yellow card. He took what looks to be the worst of the contact, but he is also going to be the man booked. Yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm, the third of the half. Looks like Antwi is all right. Antwi now securing his team lead in that department. Yeah, that also leads this Birmingham Legion side in tackles. However, this challenge a bit late.
I think it looked worse in real time. It's certainly a hard foul, but in real time, it looked as though his foot had gotten much higher than it did. And he didn't have any complaints about the card.
So now each side with a defensive midfielder playing on a yellow card caution as Diaz got space here on the flank, and he serves something in. He does. Back post, centered, and not quite put on target. Huerman had an opportunity after Wilson set it up on the doorstep, and now Huerman is down. And what appears to be a lot of pain holding the outside of his left leg. Not sure how much contact he took there as he tried to put that one in the back of the net. Blue City's training staff not getting waved on here.
See Lou City getting the ball out wide again, which has been good for them, and they've started to create some chances, but Washington coming through maybe catches a little bit of Huerman here, but does the job and clears the danger. But Collet caught in no man's land there for a second.
So Frenchman says he's okay to continue. Again, making just his second start of the year tonight after he didn't feature, wasn't even in the 18 weekend against Tampa Bay. He spent quite a bit of time with Colorado Springs, won that USL title back in 2024 with the Switchbacks. He's still moving pretty gingerly on that right flank. Donovan up to win the header, but only to Bryce Washington. Veteran now in his 6th USL Championship campaign, his first with Birmingham Legion. Joshua trying to go direct. Not sure who that was intended for. He and Damas not quite on the same page. Damas commits the foul. And will he be shown yellow is the question. Referee reached for his pocket and does indeed show him a yellow card. So yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm, and Birmingham Legion are starting to collect them.
Yeah, the referee's starting to just see how many he can give out in this first half. I think a few of these have been cards for sure, and no questions asked. But there's a few of these where, I mean, this is Damas's first foul of the game. I don't know that that's worth a yellow card. Yes, you could argue that Niang is pushing forward and has a chance on a counterattack, but there were plenty of players back to help defend. It wasn't as though, I didn't see it as a very promising counterattack, if you will, but certainly a foul, no questions there, but I think the referee is just giving cards out.
Speaking of giving cards out, he's also shown one to Birmingham's bench. Jay Heaps, the manager, has now been booked. So yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm, shown to the head man down on the touchline. He's still having a pretty impassioned word with the 4th official. So Colelet, Antwi, Damas, Birmingham's head coach Jay Heaps have all been booked here inside of 35 minutes. Serrano couldn't quite get anything behind that header. Diaz serves. Serrano couldn't quite put it back on frame.
Now Colelet needs to make sure he is getting this ball back in play and getting it back into play quickly, because he's already on a yellow card. So if he gets another, that will really put Birmingham in a tough spot. It'll be down a man, and you have to bring on your backup goalkeeper.
Referee tonight, Abdu Injai, not been shy about pulling that yellow card out here early. He has set the standard and then some. Adams up to win the header. Trey Garthen brings it down. Looked like he might have gotten fouled. Referee allows play to continue. Hughes clips it forward. Goma couldn't win that in front of Dia. Or did he? Referee did blow his whistle in the end and has given Birmingham a free kick after all. While we have a moment, fans, to remind you that Legion FC is back at Protective Stadium on Tuesday, June 9th for a Brinks Tires USL Cup matchup taking on Corpus Christi FC at 7 o'clock Central Time. Homestand continues on Saturday, June 13th as Legion FC square off with Las Vegas Lights on Wrestling Night, featuring a meet and greet opportunity with wrestling legend Mick Foley. Get your tickets today at bhmlegion.com/tickets. Free kick brought to you by Birmingham Freightliner. Birmingham are going to push some numbers into the 18 here. 10 minutes left till the break. Tyler Pasher going to see if he can make something of this free kick. He's got a couple of short options. But we'll play it to the top of the 18 off Damas's chest. Headed away from danger. Diarbian, was he fouled by Serrano? Yes, he was. So, another Birmingham free kick coming from about 10 yards closer.
There's a lot more force in that tackle than some of the others that we've seen.
Free kicks are presented by Birmingham Freightliner, the proud official trophy sponsor of Birmingham.
Bit of a shoulder there from Serrano. Diarbian, another key contribution for this side early on tonight. Or does Pasher go with this opportunity? Drives it again. This time dealt with rather cleanly by Hewerman. McCartney a bit of space. Adams out to greet him. Aiden McFadden out there as well. Renato Damas took a spill behind the play. He's just getting to his feet and getting back into an onside position. Diarbian drawing a lot of attention. Gives it up. Goma thought about shooting that. Thought better of it. Might have had a better opportunity than he thought. Birmingham still probing here. Trying to make something of this passage of play. Joshua Pasher. Birmingham, all sorts of numbers in and around the 18. Trey Garthen. Antwi. Birmingham continue to cycle, patient on the ball, looking for an opening. Joshua's pass doesn't come off as intended, doesn't quite reach Trey Garthen. Hughes keeps it away from Donovan. Allows Birmingham to keep the pressure on. A lot of defending for Lou City to do here over the last couple of minutes. Birmingham haven't had many shooting opportunities since they scored. All the way back in the 10th minute. Won't have one here. Dia cuts out that pass. Serrano trying to start the break. Excellent ball through. Here comes Lou City. Jansen Wilson relocated on the left side. Trying to cut it back. Was he fouled? Yes, he was. A free kick coming for Lou City. Just a few yards outside the 18. That's what Jansen Wilson can do. A pure chance creator. The former Gatorade Player of the Year all the way back in his high school days. On his third season with Lou City, and a guy who just causes havoc and is awfully tough to deal with.
Looked as though he might have been looking for that foul there too. But listen, credit to him for looking for it, because he earned it. And now he's given his team a chance to put a ball in the box where they are very dangerous. So, look, say what you want about it. He is giving his team a tactical advantage by earning that foul.
Davila giving this a long look. Out swinging serve. Kalele came to get it, didn't get there, but fortunate nothing comes of it in the end. There's a big collision there. Washington a bit slow to get up. So is Sean Tosh. Looks like both guys are all right.
See Kolelat comes out, just does enough to get that ball away and is strong in the air. Clears the danger. A little unconvincingly, but convincingly enough.
From his fist to the head of Kyle Adams, but nothing Adams could really do there in terms of reaction. Lou City center back so good in the air. Tosh and Adams. Donovan a big body as well. Serrano has a bit of space to work with here. Picks up his head, trying to pick Donovan out. Hughes instead cuts it out. More emphatic with his second clearance. Another throw coming here for Lou City. Fan soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site. SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Less than 5 minutes left in our opening 45. Birmingham trying to make sure their advantage goes into the locker room, but Jansen Wilson's gotten behind the defense. Bryce Washington cuts out his serve. Another Lou City corner coming. Morgan, this has been a much different game since Birmingham scored that early goal.
Yes, it really has. They've been on the front foot a little bit more than Legion FC have and are creating the chances and getting corners. So this is something that they focus on. We've talked about that. But Legion FC have got to be careful on these set pieces.
Another in-swinging serve. Yang thought about having a hit. He will have a hit, and he scores! Babacar Niang all the way through the traffic, rifles one into the corner, and Lou City pull one back. It's 1-1.
Off another set piece, too. League-leading set-piece goal for Lou City there. And this game resets. And I'm not sure, when I saw it live, I'm not sure if Colelet saw it cleanly. I'm not sure we'll have the best angle. Maybe if we get a view from the end zone, the opposite end. But Niang put every bit of force he could through the back of this ball.
Goal brought to you by AT&T is the first for Babacar Niang. Former Demon Deacon on loan from Minnesota United, getting just his second USL Championship start tonight. Babacar Niang, after the early yellow card, has atoned for it and then some with a ferocious strike that has brought this match level just a few moments before the break.
That's now the 6th goal that Legion FC have conceded in the last 15 minutes of the first half. They are now tied for the most goals conceded in that span of time in the USL Championship this season.
Lou City looking for more. Not a bad ball by Serrano. Dia keeps it down here. Antwi clears it away. Here's the goal scorer. Niang dispossessed. Pasher couldn't run though. Tosh cleans it up and he'll start the attack. Tosh too heavy with his pass out wide. Birmingham's Legion's bench is furious.
Somewhere down on the field, I can hear somebody from Louisville City saying, "Defender," because Tosh was in a unfamiliar position, dribbling at the defense. But Legion FC have got to manage the emotions. We talked about the first 5 minutes after you concede a goal. They have got to make sure they get into halftime at 1-1. They cannot go down 2-1, which is exactly what they did in Louisville last year. They gave up 2 goals in quick succession to relinquish the lead, and so they've got to be certain that they can keep their defensive shape and stay organized for the remainder of this first half.
Hewerman leaves it for Aiden McFadden. 45th minute here. Should have maybe a minute or two of stoppage time coming to close the first half. Wilson brought it down, but only for a moment. Good work for McFadden, though. This is where he's familiar with. McFadden's serve partially blocked. And Tweed, no nonsense, had to clear it away. McFadden getting forward once again. Plenty of white shirts in and around the area. Lou City feeling it now. A good ball delivered. Keegan Hughes got ahead to it. Antwi clears only as far as Wilson. The pressure stays on. Niang tried to pass instead of fire away at a second. Finally, Goma clears it all the way back to Fondes.
Yeah, but it's going to be coming right back because nobody's up front to chase that. Legion FC have dropped into a bit of a shell. And almost in a little bit of a 4-4-2 formation in defense. But you're allowing guys like McFadden to push forward and get into positions where he can cross the ball, which he loves to do.
Good work by Washington to get in front, usher that out of play. Saw on your screen, it was confirmed 2 minutes of stoppage time, brought to you by UAB Medicine. What a difference that strike from Niang has made. It was all Birmingham really inside the game's first 10 to 12 minutes. But after that, Louisville City, after a quiet start to the night, turned into much more the aggressor. Wouldn't you know it, in the aftermath of another set piece, the visitors have found an equalizer. Pasher cuts it inside at his left, beat one man, did well to give it up. Goma greeted by Tosh, trying to beat him to the byline, did so. Pasher couldn't quite put it down.
He missed a really similar chance against Monterey Bay this past weekend. And that's just not characteristic of Tyler Pasher. 9 times out of 10, you would say he scores that goal, and looks as though it may have taken a little deflection before it got to him. Let's see who that is.
Looks like Davila tracking back defensively.
Yeah, very good work. Reigning USL Championship Player of the Year. You can't just go forward. You gotta do both, and Davila certainly does. Saves his team a goal right before half.
Guy's been an Iron Man as well. Taylor Davila played a ton of minutes last year. He's played all but one this year. Serrano's got space to operate here. His cross cut out. Good work by Trey Garthen to track back. But Lou City are going to have one final set-piece opportunity, it looks like, assuming they're allowed to take this corner. Jansen Wilson quickly over to that flag. He's got a short option and Serrano if he wants it. Instead, he's a short option and Dia. Wilson right at the goalkeeper, and that is the last action of the first half. An early goal from Birmingham Legion, a late goal from Louisville City. And after a busy opening 45 minutes, we go into the locker rooms tied at 1 apiece. Then having words with the referee after he was shown a yellow card caution very early tonight. And we'll see what the message is from both sides in the dressing rooms when we return. Coming up at halftime, special on some of the World Cup base camps across the USL. The World Cup right around the corner here in North America, plus first half highlights, stats, and more. That all when we return to Protective Stadium. Our score at the break, Birmingham Legion 1, Louisville City 1, here in the Magic City.
In Alabama, we take care of each other. We show up and work hard for the people who count on us. Now, Alabama is showing up for you with clinical genetic testing free for adults in our state. So you learn about your health risks before they become a problem. No cost, no insurance. For your heart, family, and future. Catalyst.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite, obey your thirst.
Before the World Cup can begin, 48 national teams need a home, and home is a lot more than a practice field.
They wanted a beautiful grass field and in a sort of secure facility with great access to gyms and all the other pieces around.
Dan Rutstein had the honor of handing the keys to Orange County SC's entire facility to the U.S. men's national team. Why does it matter to you to have the U.S. national team at your facility?
Look, if you can't get excited about a World Cup, then we shouldn't be in this business. It's obviously an enormous opportunity. We're happy for them. It's a great facility. We're happy for us. We're happy for our fans. So we can be talked about in the same breath as the home nation in a home World Cup.
Orange County is joined by the Oakland Roots, who will host the Australian national team, and the Tampa Bay Rowdies hosting first-time World Cup team Cape Verde. When clubs spend multiple weeks in one building, the facility must accommodate an entire support system, not just the players. In a large country like the United States, travel can take a toll. Cape Verde's Tampa home sets up short flights to Atlanta, Miami, and Houston for its group matches. Australia will play matches in Vancouver, Seattle, and nearby Santa Clara. The U.S. team's longest journey is Seattle, sandwiched between two group matches in Los Angeles. But as the World Cup takes place, it's business as usual for the USL Championship. For Orange County, a worthwhile temporary adjustment.
We're still training next door. The short-term pain of being not allowed to use our stadium for the medium and long-term gain of working with the US national team, we could never say no to an opportunity like that.
Sometimes the waves are calling your name. Other times you think the waves are calling your name, but actually it's the kids. This summer, get 1,000 bonus points and a chance to win 250,000 bonus points.
Off the post and in. All systems go for Charleston Battery.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Now and then, you need to stop and smell the roses. Or the leaves, rocks, trees, sticks, and that one tree again. This summer, get 1,000 bonus points and a chance to win 250,000 bonus points.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kinda everything.
This summer, get 1,000 bonus points and a chance to win 250,000 bonus points.
This week on USL All Access, the 19-year-old rookie for Charleston Battery, Colton Swan, joins the show.
Just one of 3 players called outside of the MLS pyramid, only 2 from USL Championship play. Why has his star been on the rise recently for the Charleston Battery? And what's next for the U.S. Youth National Team player? Brinks Tires Cup. Back this weekend, what group do you have to keep an eye on?
It is halftime in the USL Championship. Time to get caught up on the headlines around the league. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio. The turnaround of the Tampa Bay Rowdies in 2026 is putting up dominant numbers. They've scored first in all 13 of their matches in all competitions this year. But if you break it down to just the 11 games in the championship, the Rowdies have outshot their opponents 50-28 while allowing just 91 shot attempts so far. A big piece of that puzzle is goalkeeper Jamali Wade, who just collected his 5th shutout of the season. Pair that with Anthony Siaha of Hartford Athletic, and that's 4 goalkeepers in the championship, leading the way with 5 shutouts. Wade and Siaha joining Detroit City's Carlos Herrera and Orange County's Alex Rondo. The Golden Boot race going back and forth as we enter June. Isan Sacco put home 2 penalty kicks in Phoenix Rising's 2-0 win over Sacramento Republic, and that victory ended Rising's 5-game losing streak to Sacramento. On the same night, El Paso's Rubio Rubin converted a penalty. That put Sacco and Rubin atop the Golden Boot race with 8 goals each. Corey Bennett of Colorado Springs is 1 goal back. Upcoming National Spotlight games next Wednesday, Rowdies and Charleston Battery on CBS Sports Network. League One's Forward Madison and Fort Wayne on the 17th on ESPN2. Then Las Vegas and Orange County on CBS Sports Network. This is the USL Halftime Update. Let's get you back out to your match.
Welcome back to Birmingham, Alabama, home to Birmingham Legion FC. We're tied right now at the break, 1-1 with Louisville City FC. Up and down first half for both these two teams. Of course, Louisville City 6 points clear of Birmingham Legion as it stands coming into the week in the USL Championship. Birmingham Legion with 10 points their first 9 contests, with a busy June upcoming, especially a bunch of games coming up at home. Meanwhile, Morgan, Louisville City trying to get back on track after a tough weekend against Tampa Bay Rowdies, who are still unbeaten at the top of the league.
Yeah, Tampa Bay's a tough team. They've got 7 clean sheets in 11 matches so far, but Louisville City, they were doing fine. They were 5-4-1, but now they are 5-5-1. So they've hit a big skid. They've got to right the ship. Birmingham need a lot of points to get above that playoff line again.
Of course, pretty much everyone turns away from the league this weekend as round 3 in the Brinks Tires USL Cup commences with a host of great matchups coming up on ESPN+, including Tampa Bay Rowdies in the Cup taking on their Sunshine State rivals Sporting Jacks. Meanwhile, one of the more fun ones coming up, Indy 11 takes on Forward Madison. That contest will kick off at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central, as both those two teams try to get back on track. But Morgan, still very early in this Cup competition, a lot to shake out.
Certainly, and these teams are, the USL Championship sides will be giving some of the players who haven't gotten a lot of minutes the opportunity to go out and show what they can do. And then these USL 1 teams are coming in with a chip on their shoulder, trying to prove that they belong and should be playing in the USL Championship.
Birmingham Legion will have a USL League One side coming to them next week as they take on Corpus Christi. Elsewhere, FC Tulsa takes on San Antonio FC. Winner of that contest will take control of group number 3, which is where Birmingham Legion FC sits in that Cup competition. Here after a half, it's 1-1 between Birmingham and Lou City. And Morgan, really, it was everything that happened before Birmingham's goal and then everything that happened after that.
Certainly. I mean, it's a tale of, the first 15 minutes were all Birmingham, and then the last 30 were really almost all Louisville. Birmingham had some counterattacks that they took and tried to get generated, but Louisville City kept the pressure on and eventually got rewarded with the goal. Big stat that you don't see here, but touches in the opposition box. Louisville has 17, Birmingham has 7.
Louisville City applied the pressure and rewarded for it, as you said. Not at this contest, 1 apiece. We'll see what is in store for the second half when we return to Birmingham in just a moment.
Hello, Birmingham, Alabama. It's the 3-time WWE champion, Mick Foley, letting you know I'm thrilled to be returning to Birmingham, where I will be a special guest at the Birmingham Legion game on June 13th. Oh, we're going to have some fun, Foley style. I'll see you June 13th at the Legion game. Yeah!
This is our brand. It's chips. Subs, of course. Soda. This. That. Sweets. Smiling faces. Green. More green. Ice cream. But first, veggies. How about a meal for one? Or hummus is fun. Time for cleanup? Done. All this goodness. Your life, your brand. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
The USL on CBS is presented by Best Western Hotel and Resorts, the official hotel partner of the United Soccer League. 45 minutes in the books here at Protective Stadium. Quick look at some highlights from that first 45. And Morgan Birmingham Legion got the scoring started early tonight.
They did, and it came off of a counterattack, which we talked about, being able to go forward and go forward quickly. Won't have time to break this down because the second half is about to start, but we'll get another look at it here in just a second where you'll see Trey Garthan grabs this ball and pushes forward and takes players out from Louisville City. And then the guy that assists the ball is at the bottom of your screen right now. The Tyler Pasher's going to play it back to Ngoma, who gets the ball across, and Diarbian just taps it in to make it 1-0 Legion FC and a well-deserved goal. And then tail end of the first half, Niang just puts his foot all the way through this ball. And as you'll see, another goal for Lou City off of a set piece. Takes the touch here and, rifles it. Kolelet didn't even see it. He had no vision. You'll see him after the play. He was pointing to his eyes saying, I couldn't see. But what Louisville City was able to see was 1-1 going into the half.
So a defining moments for each team. The first 45 minutes, the second 45 starts now. So that header is headed out of play by Evan Davila, one of two changes for Lou City here at the half. Ray Serrano has come off. And Lou City will roll with double Davilas here the rest of the way. Evan Davila, the younger brother of Taylor, comes off the bench for the 7th time already this year, his 10th USL Championship appearance after he played the last 8 minutes against Tampa Bay over the weekend. Kean Hughes pushing forward. Birmingham Legion have opted not to make any changes here before the start of the second half. Of course, they're coming into this contest on much more rest. Did not play last weekend. Their City, meanwhile, just played. The other man off for Lou City is the goal scorer, Babacar Niang, who put his laces through one you just saw a few moments ago, but also picked up the game's first yellow card inside of the first 5 minutes. So he comes off, replaced by Zach Duncan. The Aussie has been one of the primary starters in midfield for Lou City this year. Comes off the bench for just the 3rd time after he put in quite the shift. Played almost 90 minutes against Tampa Bay last time out. A guy that Lou City's happy to have healthy this year after he was limited to just 4 games last year, his first season with the club, before missing pretty much the rest of the year with injury. Big ball over the top from Adams. Gets to its intended target. Wilson, though, couldn't keep it close. Diarbian fouled. So Simon Bird has made a couple of changes. Jay Heaps has not, but Birmingham Legion got shown their first share of yellow cards in the first half. Ronaldo Damas and Antwi both working on yellow card cautions. Of course, their goalkeeper, Justin Kolelet. Jay Heaps himself is also working on a yellow card caution. Goma able to spin and maintain possession. Trey Garthan tried to do likewise to no avail. Dia takes it off him, and he's got options. Dia to the byline, still going. Ran out of real estate, but has earned Lou City a corner. Sebastian Trey Garthan a bit slow to get up after he got dispossessed. So Lou City knocking on the door to start the second half. Their 5th corner of the night's forthcoming. Wilson serves to the back post. Legion deal with that one. Evan Davila driving at the defense. That last touch a bit too heavy. They almost won it back though. In the end, to no avail. Here comes Birmingham. Goma showing off the pace. Pastor's got space. Damas making a run forward. This is Sashua. Sashua getting forward from his more defensive midfielder role. Thought they might have something on the break there. Lou City, though, snuffed it out. Asher working with Shashua some more. Trey Garthan trying to make the run forward. Diaz shields it away from it. Tosh clears it, but only as far as Antwi, who collects with little pressure. So Morgan, no changes yet for Birmingham Legion, but gotta feel like if things don't turn around after the way that first half ended, Jay Heaps isn't gonna be shy about inserting some fresh faces here if there's not a whole lot changing to the tempo of this game the next 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, and I think if you're Jay Heaps, you gotta tell your guys, attack with pace, get forward. Challenge the Lou City defenders and the outside backs and the wing backs that they have. Run at them, dribble at them, make them miss. Create opportunities for you to get set pieces and free kicks. When you get slow and you aren't quick in attack and moving the ball, it allows Lou City to get set. And they're very good defensively when they can get set. If you can get this game to open up a little bit more, you'll have a lot more chances to score and utilize the pace that you have in your team.
Huerman. Top of the box. Davila went to ground. Lou City thought he might have got fouled. Referees disagreed. Diarbian with pace. Didn't quite split all those defenders. Only really had Ronaldo Damas in the way of support. And it's been a quiet night for Damas. Damas had just 11 touches last time out in 74 minutes against Monterey Bay. He's had just a similar number tonight. Nothing really in a dangerous area. Wilson has that taken off his feet by Goma. Birmingham have flipped their wingers here. Goma on the right side, or on the left side now. Diarbian on the right. We'll see how long that remains the case. Wilson again, his serve partially blocked. McFadden running out of real estate, couldn't quite get that cross away. Otherwise it was well placed. Amadou Dia there at the back post.
Would have been a good finish.
Still
Really tight angle.
Still was. Dia no stranger to scoring. Guy that scored 4 times over the last couple of seasons. We have a couple of Frenchmen in the starting lineup tonight for Lou City. He and Quincy Heuerman. Kalela sends everybody forward and gets ready to send this away. Fans, a reminder, if you can't watch the match, turn on SiriusXM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus, hear live matches from USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on SiriusXM FC 157 and the SiriusXM app.
This is the opportunity, I think, to get... See, Legion FC got the ball wide to Dawson McCartney, but then it came right back to Shashua. So, I think you have an opportunity there to keep the ball wide and attack, but you play it back and allow Lou City to get set.
And here comes Lou City pushing forward. Dia with space. Trey Garthen out to greet him. Dia's ball served in, headed away once and twice. Wilson could not keep that in play. So 8 minutes into the second half. And it does look like Birmingham Legion are prepping their first change of the night. Leo Duru has grabbed his shirt. Loan from Blackburn Rovers. Played 16 minutes last time out against Monterey Bay. He's going to get more of an extended run here, it appears. Tosh's header too strong. Going to be a Birmingham throw, and we'll see if Birmingham go ahead and make that change now. And it looks like they will. So the man from Manchester, England, Leo Duru, is on. The 21-year-old will replace another youngster, Serge Goma. His night comes to a close here in the 55th minute.
Immediately you see Sebastian Tregarthen walk forward. So Sebastian Tregarthen will be the right winger for Legion FC. Duru will go in as the right back. And Diarbian has swapped right back over to that left side where he's more comfortable or prefers to be.
So with Tregarthen pushed forward a bit more, we'll see if he can make an impact. Remember, it was his play that really started things for Birmingham. That opening goal tonight. Right on cue, he gets a touch. Tregarthen trying to get around Zach Duncan, finds Pasher. As Birmingham start to throw numbers forward. Diarbian has an overlap from McCartney, tries to cut it back instead. Antwi lays it off, Pasher keeps it moving. Duru against Dia. Pasher couldn't catch it clean. Still an opportunity. Pasher has it blocked. McCartney brings it down, but couldn't corral it. Duncan clears it away. That was a crowded area around the penalty spot and around the mouth of goal. Finally, Birmingham Legion have registered a shot. It was quite some time. Really, since Diarbian's goal, Birmingham had a clear-cut opportunity. Ever since then, Lou City have been the aggressor. Right away, Duru the substitute in the attacking third. Sebastian Tregarthen making an impact in a more advanced position. That portends some more good things for the Legion over the final half hour plus. Adams. Diaz pass doesn't come off as intended. Antwi cuts it out. Damas gets a rare touch here and a chance to drive. Damas couldn't quite get it out wide to Pasher. Perhaps a touch too many in the end.
A touch too many is being kind. There was probably 3 or 4 touches too many. And he had the opportunity to get that ball out of his feet. And we talked about when you win it, you get the ball forward as quickly as you can. Taking 5 and 6 and 7 touches, like Damas just did, allows the players to retreat, get set, get organized. But the minute you get the ball, you take one touch, two touch, and then boom, get it forward, get it to Pasher, make that ball move. That ball will always move faster than a defender can.
So now Birmingham with more defending to do. Tosh, Duncan directing traffic along with Davila. Taylor Davila, that is. His brother, a bit more of an advanced position, playing just underneath Chris Donovan. Here is Davila again, surveying his options. He'll tee it up. That's blocked by Antwi. Fortunately, comes out to Pasher. Damas off and running. Fondes off his line. Just gets there in time. How important was that intervention?
Yeah, goalkeeper makes a very brave intervention here, because if he's a half second later, Damas is through on goal. If he catches him at all, he's off. Lots of risk there for the goalkeeper.
Important work by Fondes, who comes off his line to get this as well. And he took a bit of contact for his troubles. Not sure how much it was in the end. Referee with just a stern talking to Diarbian. He might have gotten chipped by McFadden as well. What a story Danny Fondes is. Now in his 5th season here with Lou City. Guy that played NAIA soccer up in the Seattle area. Quit the game altogether for a time. Came back around COVID. Opportunity to break in with Orange County. Played a couple of seasons in California, then just came in as a trialist. Louisville City. City liked him. He stayed around. Guy who has been a reserve goalkeeper now for a few seasons, but getting thrust into the starting role over the last couple of matches. Evan Davila. Davila still surrounded, working with Adams. Dia, bit of space, serves. Cut up by Keegan Hughes. Duru does well to get right to the feet of Damas. Goalkeeping's been a bit of a story for Lou City this year. Big signing in the offseason. Bringing over Hugo Farrell, guy who's approaching almost 10,000 minutes in the league. The advanced numbers haven't been kind. Lou City's defense hasn't been up to their standard. Farrell didn't even make the trip down to Birmingham tonight. It's Ryan Troutman, who is the other goalkeeper on the bench tonight for Lou City. Fondes gets his 2nd straight start, his 4th of the year. He's also started a U.S. Open Cup match and a USL Cup match, has Fondes, as Antwi's clattered from behind. Hour gone tonight here in Birmingham. Points still very much up for grabs. A little less than 30 to play. Shasho on the turn. There's Davila again. He has been in his pocket most of the night tonight. And Pasher dispossessed as well. Kierman holds it up, and now Lou City back on the move here. It's like we've seen that a good bit tonight. Birmingham midfielders either taking a touch too many or having their touch taken right off their feet. It's a Lou City team that typically is near the top of the USL Championship in terms of duels won. Shy about trying to force turnovers and then take advantage in short order. Feels like there's at least one more goal left in this game. Which side finds it first? The question. Donovan on the run is going to get there near the flag. Couldn't do much once he got there. A lot of contact right on the touchline. No whistle for a foul, but it is going to be a Birmingham throw. McCartney thought he got fouled. Louisville City thought it should have been their throw. In the end, the referee's decision more or less splits the difference. Fans, a reminder that eFootball is here. You can live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download it now. Washington directs that away from traffic. Tregarthen cuts it back. Couldn't get around Dia, but he got fouled in the process. Lou City's bench can't believe it. Otherwise, Dia kickstarts a 3-on-3.
The proud official trucking sponsor of Birmingham Legion FC.
DRBN on the turn. Zach Duncan out to greet him. Duncan's inclusion has allowed Taylor Davila to get forward a bit more frequently here outside of this second half. Birmingham, though, still looking for a way through. Just one shot, really, since the early goal scored by DRBN all the way back in minute number 10. Tregarthen helped create that one, trying to help create this one. Through all the traffic, Damas comes to his rescue. Joshua on his left foot, couldn't keep it down. And it looks like Birmingham are going to make their second change of the night here. Sam McElhatton ready to come on. He has missed a little bit of time over the last couple of weeks. Not on the squad the last couple of games. But the Aussie check back into defensive midfield here. He will replace Joshua. The Englishman's shot attempt, his last action of the night.
You wonder if he's limited to minutes tonight. He just came on in the 64th minute over the weekend, the last match for Legion FC. Gets 64 minutes tonight. My guess is they're trying to limit him, slowly get him back into the mix. You know, tonight he led in both number of touches and total passes tonight, and final third entries. So making an impact.
So one Sam off, another Sam on. McElhatton now in his second season with the Legion, a guy who's been a starter primarily when healthy. As he and Joshua haven't been really healthy at the same time much of this year. We'll see with all three guys healthy how that changes things for Birmingham. McElhatton put under duress right away. Having Davila with a challenge. Birmingham with a throw.
Antwi on cards. McElhatton's no stranger to a card or a red card. And Shashua, you know, you've probably got a few guys that you need in those positions so that you can rotate them when you have to, because you're probably going to have to do so throughout the season for different reasons.
Antwi on a card as it stands. Just to your point, if Joshua's not on some sort of minutes restriction, it's probably Antwi who makes way for McElhatton if everyone's full strength. Instead, he stays in the game. 66th minute here. Hughes looking over the top for Pasture. Knew he mishit it as soon as it left his boot. Throw here for Lou City coming. Fans, a reminder, you can watch the USL Championship and League One on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Glad to have you with us on Golazo tonight. Blake Gardner, Morgan Copes. Live here, Protective Stadium, Birmingham, Alabama, on a perfect night for soccer. 75 degrees and a bit of a breeze. It's been a good night at times for both these two sides, but one goal away from one of these two teams feeling like it was a great night. Lou City looking for their first league win since April. Legion trying to get back on track, pick up just their third league win of the year. Lou City has prepped another change here, and they will make it now. As Tola's showing me, 25-year-old originally from London. Will come in off the bench here and will replace Quincy Hewerman. So the Frenchman off, an Englishman on. Sean came to the States to play college soccer, first at Merrimack and then at New Hampshire. This is his second season with Louis City. Played pretty much all of 2024 in Louisville. Then transferred to Crawley Town, across the pond in EFL League Two. Now is back to Kentucky this year, making his 11th appearance of the season. Showing me another big body that could perhaps play a factor on set pieces for Louis City down the stretch of the night. So Louis City have now made 3 changes. Zach Duncan, Evan Davila, and Tola Schoenby come off the bench here for the visitors. Another free kick coming. As we approach the 70th minute tonight. Game each side feels like they have to have for different reasons. Dia, a serve cut out by Trey Garthen. See if Kyle Adams tries to lob this into the 18 directly. Showing me a big target. Instead he looked for Davila. That was an ambitious attempt, did not come off. The Birmingham goalkeeper will send this thing deep. Eight shots tonight for Birmingham, 6 for Louis City. Just the one on target for each. The one that went in the back of the net. Damas is called for the foul. Which side finds that goal-scoring opportunity late tonight that could prove to be the difference? Dia has been heavily involved in this second half. Another early ball directed away by Hughes. Davila ushered inside. Ansui there to greet him. Davila's right foot didn't get all the way around it.
Golden opportunity.
Davila, a playmaker, but he hasn't scored yet this year. Didn't quite find the frame this time around. Damas, excellent individual effort to get in front of Tosh and win Birmingham a free kick. He's lobbying for a yellow card as well, but to no avail.
Free kicks are presented by Birmingham Freightliner, the proud official trophy sponsor of Birmingham.
So a Birmingham Freightliner free kick coming here for the Legion. Louis City scored from a set piece opportunity. The Legion would love to as well. Crowded, just a couple of yards inside the 18. Asher trying to pick out perhaps Keegan Hughes, who just gets himself back into an onside position as the whistle blows. In the end, Fonda's an uncontested catch.
Birmingham have just 1 goal from set pieces so far this year. We alluded to the height or the lack thereof in this team. I looked it up. Bryce Washington, I don't think is 6 feet tall. Keegan Hughes would be the only player that is only over 6 foot. Bryce Washington, 5'11".
It's singles night here at Protective Stadium. Probably a lot of 5'11" guys that would call themselves 6 feet. And a bad idea there from Evan Davila, but he couldn't redirect it on frame.
Giving a shout out to the Short Kings, huh?
Someone's got to give him a shout out, you know? Evan Davila, another guy that's pretty close to 6 feet. Plenty of big bodies in this Lou City side.
I feel like that 5'11" shout might have been a little personal for you.
Let's see if we get some official measurements next time we're down at Birmingham Legion's training facility. Let's kind of hurry and get this in play, and he does. Reminder, he's already on a yellow card for not getting play restarted in orderly fashion for the first half. Don't know if he meant to play this short, but irregardless, Birmingham trying to play out of the back.
There's a big gaping hole in the central midfield for both teams. Tactically, the way that it's working out is you just have players pressing high from Louisville City and Legion FC outside backs there, but Mickelhatton, Antwi, Pasher, somebody needs to be in that space, because when I say there's just acres of space, you could do a lot inside of there.
Flag went up on Ronaldo Damas, who was trying to help fill that void, but couldn't get back in an onside position. Interception there, supplied by Trey Garthin. His momentum blunted just a little bit.
And now Louisville City has 11 players behind the ball. Just like that. Trey Garthin could have gone forward himself. Mickelhatton could have hit a big diag for Diarbian, who's been pretty quiet the last few minutes. But, they chose to slow down and play square.
So nothing comes of it in the end. But a fun night down in that corner of Protective Stadium. Which for those fans in particular, it'd be even more fun if Birmingham were able to find a winner here in the last quarter hour. Speaking of the Legion FC back in Protective Stadium coming up Tuesday, June 9th for a Brinks Tires USL Cup matchup taking on Corpus Christi. As Tyler Pasher might have a bit of space to work with here. Plays it in for Diarbian. He rolls it along. Damas didn't catch all of it.
But that's better from Legion FC. They win the ball, they get forward, they immediately continue to press the issue and push in a positive direction. That's how they got their first goal. They had a good opportunity there to create a really good chance for themselves, again, in a similar fashion.
Although Damas has scored just once this year. Of course, his 2026 got off to a late start. Was not healthy to begin the year. Tonight, just his 7th appearance, just his 4th start. Pretty good ball delivered, and Hughes' header was just over the top of his own net.
I don't know if you misread that, but look, that ball from Taylor Davila just now was fantastic. Good 60, 70-yard diag out to Jansen Wilson, and Keegan Hughes nearly makes a huge mess of this.
2 well-played balls in a row there lead to a Lou City corner before this corner is taken. Referee Duinjai making sure Kyle Adams gives Kalele, the goalkeeper, a bit of space. Adams in the end relocates away. Back post ball. Kalele might have gotten fingertips to it, but he was fouled in the process. As we were talking about, Legion FC take on Corpus Christi FC. A game June 9th, 7 o'clock Central Time, and then the homestand continues on Saturday, June 13th. As Legion FC square off with Las Vegas Lights on a wrestling night, featuring a meet and greet opportunity with wrestling legend Mick Foley. Get your tickets today at bhmlegion.com/tickets.
I only remember 2 moves from wrestling. One was a suplex, the other was a pile driver.
They're 2 pretty good ones to know.
I couldn't tell you what a suplex actually is, though, but I can tell you what a pile driver is.
We have time to refresh our memories. Summer soccer coming up here at Protective Stadium for the next 5, including this one for the Legion at home. Showing me lays it off. Dia right back to him. Showing me blocked. Keegan Hughes laying out to deny that. Pasher nearly sprung Ronaldo Damas. Sean Tosh in the right spot once again.
But that's the right idea. If Pasher overhits that and gets it into space, Damas is in.
Davila rolls it along. Just a bit too far out front. Kalelan shovels it away. And St. Birmingham trying to move quickly a second time.
And this is what we talked about a little bit. Can Legion FC start to get this game in a manner, make it play in a way where it opens up a little? That leans on the advantage side for Birmingham, in my opinion, right? Louisville's much better when they can get set, get back, get everybody behind the ball and organized. Whereas Legion FC, if they can get the ball in transition and get forward with pace, the opportunities that they've had so far tonight have come from that.
Duncan clips it out wide, but out of play for a throw. We've played 78 minutes now, which means officially Sean Tosh has become the second player in league history to eclipse 25,000 career minutes. Nobody in league history has made more appearances than the 300-plus Tosh has made, and only Aiden Quinn has played more minutes. Quinn just eclipsed that 25,000 mark himself. Now Sean Tosh, what a milestone. The 33-year-old, 34-year-old and veteran of this Lou City side. His side's got some defending to do. Tyler Pasher clipped by Adams, who did just enough to throw him off.
That's really good defending from Adams. He shut down Tyler Pasher's left foot. Everybody in this league knows Tyler Pasher likes to have it on his left foot, wants to get on his left foot. Pasher sees that, goes right, and Adams is right there to just block the cross and alleviate the danger for Lou City. It's really, really good defending from the veteran.
Pasher was a bit slow to get up. He's still in an offside position. Is showing me was offside himself. There's the flag.
See, watch this defending here from Adams. He knows he wants to go left, and he's just patient. He just waits. And sometimes being a good defender is being patient and not diving in, not trying to win the ball. If you've ever seen the Mighty Ducks, Coach Gordon Bombay, what did he always tell Charlie? Make him make the first move, Conway. Make him make the first move.
Ooh, speaking of making a move, Leo Duru's head nearly got taken off there by showing me. A couple of Englishmen going at it there. Trey Garthin finds Diarbian. Birmingham can renew their attack here. Legion have only made 2 changes tonight. Jay Heaps has a couple more buttons to press if he would like down the stretch tonight as we enter the 81st minute. Diarbian was busy in the first half. Been a bit more quiet here in the second half. Attacking opportunities dried up after a fast and furious start for the home side. McElhatton with Duncan on his heels. Did Duncan foul him? Yes, he did. And Birmingham play this quickly? No. It looks like they will try to serve something in here. As Jay Heaps this side opt to do. Free kick brought to you by Birmingham Freightliner. Every moment meaningful now. The game's final stages. Free kick played short. McElhatton right back for Pasher. Wide Diarbian. To the byline. Couldn't get around Wilson.
That's really good defending from Wilson. We talking about him being in unfamiliar positions.
And a yellow card shown to Sebastian Tregarthen. Home crowd not a huge fan of that. Neither was the Birmingham bench. Everybody on their feet. They thought that was shoulder to shoulder. Instead, Tregarthen is booked. Yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm.
Here's Wilson defending Diarbian. Shows just a little bit too much of it. Makes a great tackle. Starts away. Plays this pass. Oh, I don't know. I think the referee, if he could go back and see that again, he might think differently. But, hey, that's not how he called it. So, and there's no VAR, especially on a yellow card.
So Tregarthen, Antwi, of course, Khaled, the goalkeeper, and Damas all playing on yellow cards right now for the Legion.
You can see Tregarthen comes in, goes to gets the ball first as well. From what I can tell on the replay there, referee has a different vantage point, maybe saw it a little, or certainly saw it a little bit differently. But maybe that last angle shows Tregarthen maybe come through the back of him a little bit. I don't know.
Dia showing me. Opportunity here, showing me to the back post. McCartney clips it away. Wilson will let it roll out of play for a Lou City throw. McFadden greeted by Damas, who ran a long ways to help impact that. But now McFadden's got space. All sorts of numbers forward here for Lou City, trying to make the most of this opportunity. Davila clips it forward, showing me no. Duncan got a boot to it, but not much more. Davila on the move again, this time cut out by Antwi. Adams still going, dispossessed by Damas. Pasher trying to break cleanly, couldn't. And Antwi was fouled. Birmingham Legion's bench asking where a yellow card was for that challenge.
Here's a great chance for Lewis. Show him, he goes up, doesn't win it, and Duncan just not expecting that ball to get through. Can't put it on target.
Zach Duncan scored once this year, but probably didn't expect to be the recipient of that opportunity. Go up to win that header over the top of Damas. Dia. Donovan trying to shield it away from Washington. Good work from the veteran defender. 85th minute here in Birmingham. Does this game have a winner in it? Clever touch from Diarbian, who had a lot of work to do to beat 3 white shirts.
He's trying to do, it seems like he's just trying to do too much in some of these instances. He's got the talent to do that. He just has to pick the right moments to deploy that talent. And, you know, you're 3v1. I don't know that that's the right time.
Pasher had Adams on his back. Got a little bit of space. Now McElhatton plays Antwi into the attacking third. Duru made the run. Duru trying to cut it back, and a foul outside the box. McElhatton went down. There was a collision as he tried to make a run forward, and a yellow card has been shown, I believe, to Tola showing me. We'll get another look here. Either way, a free kick coming for the Legion inside of 25 yards from goal. See if we get a better vantage point.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the contact. Aftermath of it, at least from that vantage point.
See right there, showing me, we had backed it up just a little bit further and got a good look at it. Showing me pulls on McElhatton right in front of the referee. See it right there. And that's the right decision because McElhatton could be getting into that space to go score.
Free kick, Tregarthen couldn't quite bend it around the wall. The yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm, shown to Tola showing me. Second one shown to a member of Lou City tonight. Game that has seen 7 yellow cards, if you include the one shown to Birmingham head coach Jay Heaps. Oh, a poorly taken goal kick from Fondez. He concedes possession cheaply as his side prepped 2 final changes. Carlos Moguel Jr. has grabbed a shirt. See who will join him. Damas didn't have much in the way of support. I think it's all the way through to Donovan. On the run, Duru. Tracking back to help defensively. Almost got dispossessed. Well-controlled header there from Adams. Evan Davila. Wilson, he'll tee it up. Couldn't keep it down. So now Louisville will make those changes. Mogel, of course, the Louisville native from nearby Shelbyville, Kentucky. He's been on a pro deal with Lou City since September of 2021. He'll be the second man announced. The first man will be Makwele Akale, Minneapolis native, former Villarreal Academy product. Comes off the bench for the 5th time this year. Mogel will be announced second as he replaces Jansen Wilson, who has put in a shift tonight. Birmingham, it appears, will make a change too, as Sebastian Saucedo is ready to check in. It looked like a miscommunication on who was supposed to come out, so Saucedo will wait a moment. The 4th official might have had it wrong on his board. He's going to go back and reset it. So 2 more fresh faces enter the fray for Lou City. Tyler Pesher and the Legion push forward. 89th minute. We shouldn't have much in the way of stoppage time to close the night. It's been a relatively free-flowing second half. McFadden looking for Donovan. He's shouldered off the path of that pass. And now Saucedo will make his way onto the turf. So Saucedo on, Gevork Diarbian. Birmingham Legion goal scorer is off after a busy night. Diarbian gets a nice ovation down below. So Akale for Dia, Mogel for Wilson for Lou City. Saucedo for Diarbian for Birmingham. Here in the 90th minute. Seconds plus maybe a couple of minutes of stoppage time left. Lou City rushing to get this back in play. Showing me on the turn. Surveys his option. To the back post. Not a whole lot there. They let a clean collection. Saucedo, his first touches since coming on. Able to connect with Pasher. Just 2 minutes of stoppage time brought to you by UAB Medicine to close this game.
There wasn't a lot going on in this half, but there were plenty of substitutions. I don't know how you come up with just 2 minutes, but hey, only about 90 seconds left now.
Good hustle from Damas. Cuts that out from Adams. The throw coming for Lou City. Adams down the line. Hughes got to head to it. Another throw coming here for the visitors. Showing me locked up with Hughes. He's going to be the man called for the foul. So free kick coming for Birmingham. A little more than a minute to play.
Showing me can't believe it was on him. And as a former number 9, I can't believe it was on him either. Hughes had him and pulled him over him and was doing all he could. I think I have to side with Showing me on that one.
Interesting decision. He's given possession back to Birmingham. Kalela's going to send this deep, see if he can cause some havoc in the attacking third. Tosha sure header. McCartney trying to get it out wide to Saucedo, see if he can create. McElhatton. Switches the point of attack the other side. Duru brings it down. Kale's got fresh legs. Able to stay with him. Just a matter of a few moments left, perhaps seconds. Might be the final real action of the night. Saucedo on his right, lays it off. McElhatton will try, he's blocked. Lou City clear their lines defensively, showing me looking right down Route 1. Donovan almost got there. Bryce Washington, a key defensive intervention, and that is full time. The point shared. 1-1 our final tonight here at Protective Stadium. Hard-fought effort tonight. Both these two teams, each side had moments of danger in the first half, but Morgan a pretty evenly played second half. Neither team could find a breakthrough.
Yeah, a frustrating night for a lot of players out there tonight. It started to open up a little bit. You thought there might be one more goal left in this game, but credit to both teams and their defensive lines for battening down the hatches in the second half, not conceding a second goal and losing 3 points.
So each side picks up 1-1 our final tonight in Birmingham. We'll step aside and wrap things up when we return in just a moment.
For every action, there's a reaction. For every late night check-in, every early morning routine, every episode that you just wish wouldn't end, there are thousands of actions making it all possible. From the little things to the big things to the couldn't live without them things. There are hardworking people doing everything in their power to power everything you do.
In Alabama, we take care of each other. We show up and work hard for the people who count on us. Now, Alabama is showing up for you with clinical genetic testing free for adults in our state. So you learn about your health risks before they become a problem. No cost, no insurance. For your heart, family, and future. Catalyst.
Back here in Birmingham, Alabama, fans in the field and some of the players chopping it up as well after a hard-fought effort. 1-1 our final between Birmingham Legion and Louisville City. 16th overall meeting between these two sides, just the fourth ever draw. Birmingham Legion still searching for their first win against Louisville since August of 2023. Lou City, meanwhile, pick up their 17th point of the year, just their second draw. Morgan, the stat sheet looks pretty even. Pretty much what we saw the entirety of the second half. Neither team could really find a way around the other.
Yeah, it was pretty much a stalemate in the second half. There weren't a ton of chances for either team to really unlock the other. I don't think the goalkeepers really had a save to make all night, either one of them. I mean, they may have tipped some corners and some set pieces, whichever, but in terms of making a big save, there was not a big save made tonight.
Neither team could find a killer goal-scoring opportunity down the stretch. Hence our 1-1 scoreline and final tonight. Lou City pick up a point on the road. They go to Phoenix coming up in 7 days' time on ESPN Plus before coming back home and taking on Brooklyn. 3 out of the next 5 at home for Lou City, not including that cup match against Lexington. Meanwhile, for Birmingham Legion, they got plenty coming up here at home, including a cup match coming up against Corpus Christi on June 9th, then back in league play against Las Vegas Lights. Their one road trip here in the month of June to NorCal, Oakland, California, to take on the Oakland Roots. Another match that'll be on CBS Sports Golazo before coming back home to take on Loudoun United. So plenty more opportunities at home for Jay Heaps and company. Birmingham Legion, after scoring the first goal tonight, will likely feel like they left a little bit on the table. And Morgan, those home matches coming up loom even larger for the Legion.
Yeah, they're putting together decent enough performances at home to be in games and have the opportunity to win games, but they've got to find a way to get over the hump and get the 3 points at home so they can climb up this table. But for Louisville, look, it wasn't a win. It wasn't pretty, but you got another set-piece goal. You earn a hard-fought point tonight after some short rest, and you go again very soon to try and get back in the win column.
We'll see what's coming the rest of the summer for both these two teams. In the end tonight, the points are shared 1 apiece. Thanks for watching it with us on Golazo tonight. It was a fun one, especially early. Gafortiarbian started the scoring for the Legion just 10 minutes in. Gave the home side the lead. Babacar Niang strike right there. Tied things at 1 apiece just before the break. That strike proved to be the difference in Lou City picking up a crucial road point. Plenty more USL action coming up this weekend as the Prinks Tires USL Cup continues. Round 3. We'll talk to you then. Have a great rest of your night, and thanks for watching.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.